All right. We're back. As promised, brought us up to our first, instance with scales. I also, when you start New Game Plus, all of these mock battles are undone. So I went through and blitzed all of them real quick up to here, because I really just didn't feel like doing minecart bullshit. But yeah, there's more of these. And we'll get to them, or rather I will get to them on my own. I have primarily been trying to bring up the levels of some of the lesser used, or in some cases not so much lesser used, but just like, I don't know. I guess characters like Narv and Izana just don't get a lot of kills, or they just don't get... Maybe they get killed too early on in the... I mean, Medina just doesn't... We don't use her, so that's why she's there. But yeah, I've mostly been trying to even out the levels, because we definitely have a top and a bottom here. Yeah, New Game Plus is hard. Travis and Trish actually wiped me the first time out. I briefly thought maybe we'll try to do the no death run and see what that's about. That's going to take too long and I'll lose interest before I finish it, so we're not doing that. Izana has been granted new power. It's probably the best power in the game. And these lights are too dim. Still too dim. That's a little better. Yeah, I have a lot of upgrades left to do, but I've gotten a bunch. We're working on it. Rite of Thunderstorms. Do y'all want to know what Rite of Thunderstorms is? You know how when Frederica uses Sunfall, it hits like a large area with, it hits a large area with fire? But it takes her like a turn to cast? Okay, so Rite of Thunderstorms is that, but the area is the entire map. Literally every single enemy on the map, no matter where she is or where they are. And it does about as much damage. She shall use... And has a chance to paralyze. By the way. Every single enemy on the map. Izana's gonna be alright. Thunderstorms has accuracy stats. Interesting. Well, I haven't seen it miss, but I've also been using it against under-leveled characters, so... Also, Piccoletta now also has her ultimate ability. Piccoletta is now Kirby. Without the, you know, without the eldritch devouring of universes. I learned this new skill called Copycat, so now I can copy what everyone else does. So, what she can do is she can look at an enemy on the map and see the skill that they last used, and then she can copy that skill and then have it at her disposal for the rest of that battle. So it's not just like copycat and use it once. It's like copycat and then just add that to your moveset. It'll have the same stats and the same TP cost and all that stuff. It does have a chance to fail, so I assume for like some really OP moves, like if we tried to copycat Edor and use his freaking like wind bullshit, it probably would be like, no, that's too much. Because it does have a % chance to fail. And I assume it is for those purposes. But still, she's got that. Who else got stuff? Through the upgrade tree, I have brought everyone's weapons up to top tier, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they actually have stuff in that tier. All right, so as promised, we've beaten Travis and Trish at the docks, even though they whooped my ass the first time. And then we won the tournament in the Crown City. And then got our asses kicked by Maxwell, even though turns out Maxwell sucks and is in our party and is lower level than anyone else in the... But don't worry about it, it's fine. It's funny because there's people in the party right now, like Milo, and I didn't realize it, but I saw Milo hanging around at the tournament, at that little, you know, the little festivities and gathering when you're going around and talking to all the different leaders. Milo's just hanging out over there, and her name is just Bewitching Dancer. And she's just been hanging around in scenes for a while. But it's funny to see her in there and, like, not know who she is, even though she's literally in the party. I should have used... Oh, I did, actually. I used her in the battle against, Sorceley and X-Arm.
It seems your first
X-Am.
test as Lord has come. 'Tis no small matter, either.
Indeed. But I needn't face it alone.
So...
I would ask each of you where you think we should go and why.
We're good to skip scenes like this that we've already seen, right? Like, do we go to Esfrost or do we go to Hyzan? That's the choice, right? We can speed that stuff up for the sake of seeing more of it faster. You know, I'm trying to think if I've ever had to talk to Frederica to get her on my side of something. I think I'm always just on her side. I don't know that I've ever had to convince her of something.
Serenoa.
I've always wondered when I might visit the country where my mother was born. Spoilers, it sucks. How'd she spend her youth? You don't want to know. Yeah, but let's not, though. You wish to visit Esfrost. Might I ask why? I've never seen it before. Truth be told, I prefer the cold to the stifling heat. Such has ever been the case. True, but a shitty reason for this decision. I want to see more of your home. Aww. I want to see more of your homeland. As your betrothed, I feel a curiosity is only natural. Also, the people of Hyzant suck. I mean... If I know Frederica, and I mean, she does change over the course of the game, so maybe she's not like that now, but I feel like she'd be defiant of this. I want to see more of your homeland. That makes me happy.
I see.
I would very much like you to see where I was raised. You seem to have given quite a bit of thought to this question.
And?
If we do travel to Esfrost, how would you like to spend our visit? What information do we not have? Is it lore from the documents at the Sundry Shop? I never thought about that. Oh well, it doesn't really matter. I was hoping you could show me your home. I shall do my level best. Don't let Benedict rub off on you. That's his thing. Show you the finest Esfrost has to offer. I hope it is everything you imagine. If it isn't, promise not to think worse of me. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with me. I shall consider them as I come to form my own opinion. She formed it. Benedict, Hyzant sucks. Ministry of Medicine is said to be a beacon of progress in both medicine, magic, and weapons of mass destruction. Maybe some necromancy. We could benefit greatly from seeing the fruits of their knowledge with our own eyes. No. What interest have you in the Grand Duchy of Esfrost? Apparently none. I would like to visit Frederica's homeland, both to sate my own curiosity and for the sake of our marriage. It's only natural you'd have an interest in the home of your betrothed. From a more practical perspective, I'd be curious to see how Esfrost's behavior toward our house changes now that we are bound to them. Appreciate your point of view. There is much I must think over.
Certainly not.
If you have further thoughts on the matter, I'd be glad to hear them. The archives, though. Also, cold weather good.
Quite true.
The archives, the seed of the world's knowledge. Even the most erudite among us is but a fool before those countless tomes.
I am decided.
Erudite? Did I pronounce that right? That's one of those words that I only ever see written, but not spoken. All right, yeah, everyone's just gonna do what I want because my conviction score is crazy high. So I noticed something before. I did pretty much skim through the investigation phase and not talk to people. This time around, because I talked to Sourcely, and it said that I already knew everything that I needed to know about the Holy State of Hyzant. So I assume that in New Game Plus, all of this stuff from the previous playthrough carries over. But maybe I'm wrong.
Lord Serenoa, hello.
Till now, Frederica's position has offered her few chances to visit Hyzant. Deepening your relations with the Holy State would doubtless be to your benefit. Yes and no. I use this opportunity to let Frederica realize a long-held wish in the meantime. No. Be curious to know your reasons. The captured story I heard of a particularly skilled smuggler caught my attention. They even sent the military after him. I wonder what he could have been peddling. So that means I missed it the first time too, but I'm like certain that I talked to everybody the first time. I don't know, I miss things. I don't remember anything about this smuggler. Oh, but I guess that's someone you would get. I guess that's something you would get because we got Corentin from Hyzant. So we'll get someone else this time. Cool. To hear tell of a man who had been caught smuggling salt into Esfrost. That's us in a few chapters.
Indeed.
Suppose with this joint mining venture before us, such matters would pique your
My
interest.
mind is made up.
She doesn't care about that. Probably.
Lord Serenoa.
Don't matter to me. As far as the nation of iron and ice, what about appeals to you? Frederica's home. Ensuring success of it. No, this smuggler, though.
Indeed.
Must have been a bold crime indeed for us to be speaking of it now. Wonder what he was peddling to risk so much. I, too, would be interested to hear more of the story. Thanks, I get it. All right, cool, let's go. Bless you, by the way. She did a sneeze.
Time to cast our votes.
Yeah. We got everybody.
The way forward is decided. We journey to Esfrost.
Morality go up. Why is that the moral choice?
We have decided. We set sail for Esfrost. Whether or not it proves to be the right choice will depend on our actions. I trust in you all.
We are ready to set sail, Lord Patriot.
Very good, my lord.
Can't wait to stab you later.
When you pay respects to the Archduke, remember that you do so on behalf of our king.
Boy, that doesn't carry as much weight now as it did.
Archduke Gustadolf will be pleased that you chose to honor our nation with a visit. I'm sure he is eager to get to know his new brother-in-law as well.
The feeling is mutual, I assure you.
Does this mean she is coming back too? I feel myself getting sick already.
I will also push you off a bridge. We get to push them off a bridge again! This bridge! We could, like, save a bunch of time by just throwing them overboard right now.
My lady, are you sure you wouldn't prefer to stay at Castle Wolffort?
Nonsense. I am coming with you.
I love that both of the choices are shitty for Frederica. Literally both of them. Like, do you want to go to the place you've never been where everyone hates you because of who you are? Or do you want to go back to the place that you spent all of your time in where everyone hates you because of who you are? Those are your choices.
Serenoa, acting as King Regnar's envoy, charts a course down the Norzelia River for the Duchy of Esfrost.
That's not down the river.
Ere long, Serenoa and crew arrive at a massive gate, itself dwarfed by the snow-covered mountains that lie beyond. Awaiting them at Twins Gate, as it is known, is Farag Esfrost, second in power and influence only to the Archduke himself.
So liberty choices are just about screw you, you can't tell me what to do?
Avlora, Erica, Thalis, welcome home. I trust the ceremony was a fruitful one.
Not even slightly hidden disdain.
'Twas my duty as minister to be present.
Thank you for having us in your domain, Uncle. The crags are lovely as ever.
Lord Svarog,
Fuck them
I
kids.
present to you Lord Serenoa Wolffort, come on behalf of King Regnar.
Ah, the Wolffort boy. Frederica's betrothed, yes?
The very same, my lord. I thank you for the warm welcome.
The honor is mine, Lord Serenoa.
The what?
Svarog
You know,
Esfrost at your service.
metaphorically
I'm watching
warm.
Twinsgate, the front door of our duchy.
Lord Svarog is father to Dragan, and uncle to the Archduke and myself.
We did not expect to see you again so soon, Frederica. But I understand wanting to show off your handsome groom-to-be.
Uncle, please. You embarrass me.
You know,
Good to see you're still not afraid to speak your mind. A word of advice, lad. You do well not to anger her.
well, I spent an
I
entire
shall take your words to heart.
I spent an entire
It's quite the
playthrough making
burden
sure
you're
not to
undertaking,
do
my
that.
friend. Prince Roland, I did not expect you'd be in attendance.
It's been quite some time, Lord Svarog. But today I come as an attendant to House Wolffort.
A secret visit, then. Say no more.
King Regna thanks Lord Dragan for all he has done for the mining effort. His engineering prowess has proved indispensable.
As his boasting has no doubt proved intolerable. Forgive the boy, my lord. That said, rest assured his goals are sincere. He truly does wish to lead us into a new era. I pray you'll lend him the strength to see that it becomes a reality.
You have my word.
You expect great things from him, then?
Against my better instincts, perhaps. But such is my lot as the boy's father. But forgive me. No doubt you are weary from your journey. I shall keep you no longer.
You know, this is already starting to pay dividends. Because, like, because I never really went to Esfrost in my first playthrough, I didn't get to really interact with Svarog. All I got was him being mad about Dragan and butting heads with Gustadolf. But that all happened in cutscenes away from where my stuff was happening. So, like, he's a decent dude.
Archduke Gustave.
I had no idea.
Ironstone.
Then we shall take our leave. Thank you, Lord Svarog.
This is already worth it. By the way, I'm skipping all the green things. Because these are all optional scenes, and I'm pretty sure we've seen them all, and I don't know that they'll really change. This one in particular, I know we've seen. It's just Franny talking shit about Roland. And Cordelia being like, nah, he's alright though. Why you gotta be so mean to him? By the way, I'm hoping that the golden route or whatever it's called, is that like lava? Is that molten iron? You should have that running through as... Is that like for heating? That seems inefficient.
I am Gustadolf, Archduke of Esfrost. Allow me to personally welcome you to my nation.
Yeah.
I hear I am addressing the new Lord of House Wolffort, yes?
This meeting is weird. So, yeah, Roland's ending, he literally Like, he literally talks about his plan as, like, textbook utilitarianism. It's like, yes, there will be some suffering, but we're going to sacrifice some suffering to derive the greatest benefit for the greatest number of people. If only a few people have to sacrifice and it brings happiness to everyone else, isn't that worth it? But I hate that too, and he's wrong. But I mean, all three of those routes are flawed. The justification that I have about Frederica's route is that you are not actively doing anything to anyone else other than freeing oppressed people. You are just not actively working to stop everyone else from fucking things up. And I mean, I get it as, you know, as lord of a house and, you know, ruler of a domain of land, your job is to protect the people on your land. So you're abdicating that responsibility. I understand that. But I mean, ultimately you're like, you know what? I'm done playing politics. I'm going to free these people who are in this, like, oppressive slavery condition. And if those are the only people that I can save, then those are the people I'm going to save. I can't world police the whole realm, so I'm going to do the good where I know that I can. Anyway, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something earlier, but it's fine. Continue.
Serenoa Wolffort, Your Grace. It is an honor to have an audience with you. On behalf of King Regna and all of Glenbrook, you have our sincere gratitude for your generous contributions to the mining effort.
In retrospect, this is weird.
Gratitude accepted. Avlora informs me that you fought well in the tourney. I would much like to see for myself how the legendary Simon's son carries himself in battle.
We
I trained twice as hard.
never
yet am not
fought
half the warrior he
Gustadolf.
is.
It is good that you make such effort. I would expect no less from my brother-in-law to be. Norzelia.
That's kind of
The time
wild,
when matters were
actually.
settled by blade draws to a close. In the spirit
Oh,
of
wait,
this
we're
age of
opening it
diplomacy,
again.
I would hear your honest thoughts on the mining accord.
I cannot shake the fear that our visions do not align and this fragile alliance may not hold. Don't ask me how I know.
I cannot shake the fear that our visions do not align, and this fragile alliance may not hold.
Oh, not the answer I was expecting from a young lordling on his first journey abroad. But an interesting one. Continue.
Yes, Your Grace. Of course, I do not believe the Accord is doomed to failure. But we must be honest about our differences and use them to push each other forward.
Just so. One cannot lead a nation living in a world of naive dreams and platitudes. I, too, believe that rivalry is important in order to secure prosperity for our own. And rest assured that I make a formidable rival. Frederica, do not lose sight of your role in all of this.
Which is what exactly?
Stand by Serenoa always, and represent Esfrost with pride and grace.
I shall, brother.
Prince Roland, As you have come in secret, I will dispense with formalities.
I appreciate the consideration, Your Grace.
That said, does King Regna not worry that his younger son visits a foreign land on his...
He does.
I am no longer a child, and it is a prince's duty to be worldly.
A fine outlook. In that case, I would...
Spoilers, Prince Roland is still a child.
It holds countless tomes, from the ancient to the new. I dare say it rivals that of Hyzant's Ministry of Medicine.
An intriguing offer, and one I gladly accept.
Lord Wolffort, you and your men are free to join us as well.
Truly, Your Grace? I understand the archives hold many a closely guarded secret.
And rest assured, I have no intention of giving those away. But now that we are allies, through mining and marriage alike, a brief tour is more than in order.
Yeah, Ellipsis, that makes the most sense.
Beg your pardon, but I heard this is where the salt flows cheap like.
Not here, it doesn't. Go bother someone else.
I'm not asking for my health. Here's an advance.
How much do you need?
As much as you can spare. I'm good for 10 times what I gave you.
I'm not to sell you now. Come back tonight, money in hand, to the spot marked here.
And I know your face, so don't try anything stupid.
You have my word.
What could possibly go wrong?
That looks like the spot on the map. Just there.
You know, Gamria,
Right then, Sikris. I've got the location for you. This is where they do their dirty work.
I knew you were the man for the job. Excellent work, Rudolph.
Rudolph? I see.
My name's cleared then, yeah? I'll be pardoned?
Look at this. Look at this anime rival who's super mad he's not as strong as the protagonist. Incredible.
You have my word. That said, our forces are stretched quite thin this evening. We'll need you to assist in apprehending them as well.
Risk my life in exchange for a pardon? Are you mad?
We need you. These fiends are swindling the poor, selling them impure salt mixed with all manner of unsavory things. They must be jailed at all cost.
Fine. I'll help you bring him in.
Glad to hear it. You're too good a man to be branded a criminal.
Don't you flatter me after all this. You saw him, didn't you? They don't work alone. An operation like this ain't run by one man. And last I checked, we're only 2.
We'll assemble reinforcements.
Hey, I'm the reinforcements. Yeah, Roland's chapter 15, you can tell how incredibly out of nowhere it goes. It comes. Like, it's not... The revelation that he comes to is not earned at all.
Astounding collection of tomes.
Like, he's not, like... At no point does he ever show any fascination with Hyzant. He's never, like... I don't remember him ever being like, I don't know, this is really... Like, this could be really great, actually. All we do the whole game is listen to Hyzant espouse their equality and poke holes in it every single time they say it. Because it's like, oh, Well, you say everyone's equal, but then you keep slaves. You say everyone's equal under the goddess, but Sorceley's super rich. Like, everyone's equal, except that the Saintly Seven can get away with whatever they want. Everyone's equal, but... Oh, was that 17? I don't remember what happens in each chapter. I just assumed that was the big decision. But it's interesting because, like, it literally takes, like, half of a chapter for Roland to be like, wow, I was super wrong. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have thought that. So he runs away from it as soon as he gets there.
Knowledge, including volumes thought lost or banned outright in other nations.
I did not expect to see so many people in a facility so important.
Also, the protagonist meeting Huette? Yes, absolutely. Because that kid appears to also be an archer. And let's be real, he'll never be as good as Huette.
Each and every one is a scholar, conducting important research in their field of expertise.
Scholars? All of them?
That being said, I've unlocked Archibald's last skill. He now has a % chance to insta-kill anyone he hits. So that's fun.
Brother gives no thought to background, gender, or social status during the selection process.
It's a passive skill.
All in Esfrost are given equal opportunity, provided they show desire and aptitude.
Of course, we prize ability above all else. So long as they produce results, they are free to research as they please.
Bloodwolf, hello!
Open-minded approach.
Thank you for the resub. Welcome in.
I see now how Esfrost arrives at its marvels of engineering.
This portion contains the collected writings on metallurgy and our nation's rich history with iron. Our ancestors were but a tribe of impoverished hunters until the man who would become our first Archduke discovered iron.
I'm listening.
Iron changed our lives. It transformed the way we worked, farmed, built, and fought.
Iron be like that.
The history of iron is the history of Esfrost. It is our pride and joy, the engine that drives us.
My father told us that Esfrost is made of iron. That neither its people nor weapons would bend.
Just so, Prince Roland.
Your Grace. Forgive me the interruption. I have unfortunate news regarding the issue of which we spoke.
So you require reinforcements. Say no more.
Then there was the matter of the pardon.
On which my thinking has not changed. We will speak no more of this.
Understood.
Honored guests, I would consult with you on an important matter. This is Sikris, commander of Esfrost's constabulary.
Yeah, we just never met these people.
Has something happened?
I saw them, but never actually met them with my party.
Yet we lack, at the moment, the manpower to address it. Might we have your assistance in apprehending the scofflaws?
Why, I would...
Lord Serenoa, matters of salt are fraught. I advise you not to engage without a clear strategy.
I understand it is a complex issue. Needless to say, I would not force this upon you.
Sounds simple to me. Just bringing some criminals to justice, yeah? I say aye, my lord.
Yeah. Who would...
What better way to thank His Grace for a tour of the archives?
Who would dare trade illicit salt in Esfrost?
And it is settled. We shall help you,
That would be bad. Nope, shouldn't do that.
Brief our friends on the situation. Of course, Your Grace. Come, I shall show you to the garrison.
Yay, new investigation of new things. All right, we'll watch this to see if it's any different. And if it's not, then we'll probably just skip the rest of them. I don't think it's different. I remember this scene.
Brother, where is Roland? I've yet to see him today.
And Franny's like, he went to Esfrost because he's stupid.
Took it upon himself to join the mission abroad.
He did? I see.
Again, prioritizing his personal wishes above his station. Is there no end to his selfishness?
You haven't any love for him, have you?
Love? I would rather think of him as little as humanly possible.
How can you say that? He's family.
Royal family, and our duty is to the crown above all. Do not look to Roland for inspiration if you wish to carry yourself in a manner befitting your station, dear Cordelia.
I am upset that Cordelia got as much character development as she did, and then just completely got tossed aside for the last 5 or 6 chapters of the game. Now, I assume that's at least partially route-based. Because, you know, we chose a route that specifically discarded the you know, royal seat of Glenbrook. Cause like her stuff was going somewhere and it was interesting.
I'm honored to have House Wolffort.
And then it was like, no, Roland's king now. It's Roland's king now. You go. You go hang out.
As I am happy to be of service. Now then, what is the situation?
Heisen's excessive salt taxes have given rise to an illicit salt trade that plagues the duchy.
I have heard tell that the tariffs are exorbitant, but I've not heard a price.
Let it suffice to say that the cost of a single handful of salt could feed a family for a month.
Good heavens.
As such, demand for salt, even impure or stolen, is nigh on infinite.
A crime, to be sure, but a necessary evil for the poor. Tight regulation risks drawing their ire.
Perhaps we should not have agreed to this so readily.
Indeed. The Archduke has a sharp mind and a silver tongue.
My brother may appear generous and open-minded, but one should never feel too safe around him.
Okay!
I was too eager, my lord. And for that, I apologize.
Okay.
My brother may appear generous and open-minded, but one should never feel too safe around him.
Established in Chapter 3. When, in a couple of chapters, when there's a violent takeover in the Crown City, Frederica will then turn on her heel and be like, what? How could my brother do that? He's so kind and generous. This isn't like him at all. I can't believe he would do this.
I was the one who agreed. Fraught as the matter is, I could not refuse the Archduke to his face.
Illicit salt trade would threaten the salt revenue on which the duchy depends. Thus, they feel they must intervene, correct?
Precisely. We understand the plight of the people without question. On matters of maintaining order, however, we cannot waver, lest seams in the social fabric be rent asunder.
I understand the circumstances and wish to reiterate that you have our support. How would you employ us?
Our spy has already discovered where the smugglers operate. A transaction is to occur tonight. We shall make a move once our spy lures the smugglers into the open.
Understood. Then we shall familiarize ourselves with the town by nightfall.
And also steal from all the houses. Best get my bearings, take a walk around the city, and the archives is in order. Wait, can we just go in the archive? Oh, you can hop it. I was like, wait a minute, why does it look like I can stand in the lava river? Hey there. They'll pay you for as much iron as you can haul out of the mine, but it's not easy money. It comes with a tax paid in sweat and blood. Only in Esfrost can you go to sleep a pauper and awake richer than a prince. The Archduke respects our independence. It is our duty to prove we are worthy of such trust. Proper salt is expensive, yeah? But don't worry, I can save you some money if you like. Yep. It is absolutely anarcho-capitalism. Cat. Oh, okay. Did you know the Duchy's army has a contingent mounted on hawks? Makes fighting over the mountains easier, see? Do you reckon they'll actually pardon me? Guess I'll find out, seeing as I've already agreed to help. Sounds like they won't. How are you finding the Duchy? Is anything about our way of life caught your attention? For all the freedom you enjoy, couldn't help but notice the poverty of the people. So now in New Game Plus, it's actually marking which decision is, or which answer boosts which stat, which is really nice. The advantages that ironmongering affords the Duchy are quite evident. I admire your commitment to education. It's true that any and all may make use of the archives. So this is the objectively correct answer, but this is the answer for the points that I need. Indeed, and all have the opportunity to rise above their humble beginnings on the strength of their own merits, of course. Such flexibility is key to maintaining Esfrost's might. Too many in my kingdom find themselves bound by their station. We could learn much from Esfrost in that regard. In theory. Oh, I was just in here. We must tighten security in the city. If we stop even one sale of illicit salt, it'll be worth it. Spy tells us an illegal sale will take place here this very evening. Fucking cops. All I can think of, I see this dude being like, we have to tighten security in the city. If we stop even one sale of illicit salt, it'll be worth it. All I can think of is that picture of the 4 like heavily armored cops standing around a table looking like badasses because they're showing their big busts, and it's like 1 dime bag of weed. That's what that is. Everyone knows that Lord Svarog is Archduke Gustaf's uncle, sure. What they don't know is that he'll never be Archduke, for he's the son of a concubine. So let's just leave it at that. Okay! We got gossips. No, this is still chapter 3, actually. This is chapter 3, part 2. Well, hey there. I see you've got some stuff. I would like this stuff. Hey, Hewitt. The constabulary is conspicuously present. No doubt watching for signs of illegal salt trading. Boy, this map looks fun to fight on, I gotta say. Serenoa. Walk down the... Okay. The duchy spends a small fortune on salt imports given the distance. Salt itself is ever more expensive, so they hire guards to protect it. Guards need to be paid. That cost is passed to the people. General Avlora's predecessor was a woman as well. She retired after the Salt Iron War, but she was a warrior like the likes of which we'd never see again. Until General Avlora took her place, that is. Rumor is she's the second coming. Enter the Frosty Archives. Not yet. Recruitment notice. One of these days, we're going to actually look through the notes. We might spend a whole stream just being like, hey, okay, it's lore time. Everyone ready for lore? It's lore. Oh, yeah! Yeah, you're probably right. Good call, I forgot about that. Lord Durand is desperate to make his grand entrance on the political stage, which he will for 3 seconds. We're desperate for his actions to match his ambition. Not that Thalos will formally recognize him anyhow. Dragan's on the wrong side of a fork in the bloodline two generations back. Path leads to Ironstone. I cannot let you pass. Oh, God. Oh, God. Is Ironstone going to be the source where it's just like... It's not slave labor, but it's just like... OSHA violation central? Find the ironworks, our pride and joy, over in the Ironstone. The heat from it is what keeps us going. And the heat is the thing. See, it's what gives our iron the strength it's known for. Like, we've never seen anything about how the, about how the salt or how the iron is made. We know all about how the salt is made. Oh, hold on. Did I see a shine? I did. What an annoying spot for that. So I suppose at some point we're gonna have to... We're probably gonna have to roll through and check out what kinds of egregious human rights violations are being done here casually. I used to see a rather eccentric woman in here all the time. She's not shown her face in many moons now. She was incredibly fond of rocks, as I recall, and intelligent beyond her years. I wonder what became of her. I don't know. Who they're talking about. All of us are researchers, yes. Ah, but what sort and what truths do we pursue, Ask and you may not find a common answer among us. Some shift focus as it suits the army, others pursue a single academic thread for decades. Tell me, as someone not of the duchy, how would you use such a collection of finely honed intellects? Research leads to wisdom that lasts for generation. All of it is worthwhile. That's the correct answer. Knowledge should not be a vehicle for fame and fortune. All should be free to study what they please. That's also the right answer. I ask you in response, what joy is there in study that does not benefit the Whoa! Whoa! When utilitarian becomes totalitarian.